Channing Tatum! Would you ever watch that again?
Oh, I don't know. That can get me arrested in most countries. Thank you. Letting me do that, Channing.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for joining us, and a big announcement today.
Yes, we are bringing Magic Mike Live, which is our live dance show, to Melbourne. We're going to be here for like 24 weeks, and then we're going to go to Sydney, and then Brisbane, and then Perth.
Right, plug's done. Thanks very much for joining us. But I understand, if you'll forgive the double entendre, your hands are all over this.
Yes. And in, and around, and yes, all of it. Yeah, no, I can't believe you said that on TV. Look, this is like a bit of my baby. We did the first movies, and we just wanted to make like a little indie 70s movie with one of my like idols as far as a filmmaker, Steven Soderbergh. But the two movies were about guys, and they were kind of made for women a bit, but they were sort of feathered fish. So we didn't want to make a third film. We wanted to make this, and this is actually for women, made by a bunch of men, but with the guidance of women.
Right.
Because we're a bunch of dudes. We're like, I don't know what we're supposed to make for you guys. Please help us.
I'm confused by all that. They're just hot as hell shows, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
You're going to love it.
Okay, great.
You're going to, if you can even be in it if you like.
Thank you. Oh, have you ever heard an audience more forced to applaud? They looked at our warm-up guy and they were like, do we have to
Oh, yeah, it's applause. It's applause.
But these hot as hell shows and the whole Magic Mike thing is based on your previous life, loosely, as a stripper. Did you have a stripper name?
I did. It was, by the way, not given to me. It's not something that you're allowed to name yourself. Chan Crawford. No idea. Zero clue. I was 18 and like, okay. Whatever you say, boss. Yeah, I was 18 and an idiot.
Well, Chan's from Channing, but what, they didn't like Tatum? They just thought that was a bit...
Who knows? I literally have no idea. Look, these guys aren't the smartest guys. They're just not. I mean, the first movie, the world of stripping is maybe not the best. Like, we made it a fun movie, but the world itself can be kind of dark. And we kind of made it a little more fun, and that's why we wanted to make the live show, to kind of just completely change it and evolve it. It's a show that basically hasn't evolved since the 80s, when they actually started kind of creating male stripping. I can't believe I'm changing male stripping. I don't know.
Well, male stripping needed to change because I found it quite harsh being a performer. I was actually a male stripper as well. What
was your name?
My name was 4 centimetres of Fury, which
At least you had the Fury part. Such a visual.
I shouldn't have shown you the pictures before we went on air. Another thing that I'm finding concerning about the stripping world is now that we've brought cards in, it's much harder to make a living when people have to tap and go.
Yeah. No, it's a slide. It's a slide. It's a slide. It's a slide or a chip.
I was concerned because when I started doing the slide, I got blisters down my butt crack. Did you?
The Amex cards, they're metal, so they can be kind of dangerous.
Oh, that's a workplace hazard.
We've gone way left on that.
I've got a producer in my ear going, what are you doing?
Tommy's very excited.
I don't know why he brings this up in every interview. It's amazing. It's about time it was relevant.
Yeah.
But this show itself, can we get back to this?
Yep.
So, from what I gather, it's not just a stripping show. There's acrobatics. There's all kinds of other stuff going on. Have I got that right?
Yeah, 100%. It's, you're going to get what you saw in the movies. You're going to get what you came for. There's going to be a bunch of naked dudes, but it's supposed to make you feel good. It's a really fun show.
I think that's pretty assured.
It's the kind of good that you don't want to go home and take a shower after. You don't feel like you need to like kind of apologize to your mom about. Like you're just like, Mom, I did something last night. I'm sorry. Like if it ever gets back to you, you want to it has a message, and you also don't want to be preachy, but we really wanted to make something that just feels. Again, I'm going to say it. That just feels right. It feels like, especially in America, when we decided to do it, we were like, all right, well, what do you want? What do you want out of this kind of a show? And we asked every single female that I knew, and that my two choreographers, which are strong, strong females, creatively strong females, and no one could really tell us what they wanted out of one of these shows. They were just like...
Can I suggest to you?
Yes, please.
They'd probably like more Channing Tatum.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you ever make a cameo appearance? Like, please say yes.
If I'm ever in that kind of a shape again, I will, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. You should see some of the guys in this show. It's a full-time job what they look like. And I don't know. I'm getting older, man. This body doesn't do the same things it used to do. So
is it better like putting the effort in to have that body, or just not and collecting all the money?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Are any of the stars Australians?
I think we have, out of 15 dancers, I think we have 10 Aussies.
Is that right? So Wally could still get a Guernsey.
Fully.
You like to have
A Guernsey.
Yeah.
You can have as many Guernseys as you want.
Do you know what a Guernsey?
No idea. No.
Unfortunately,
It's arseless underwear. And he is famous for his Guernsey.
yeah, I have my own line. It's amazing.
A Guernsey line. Can't do that.
So, is there much interaction with the dancers at all? I know I'm getting a theme going here, but is there? Do they come down in the audience?
It is a fully interactive show. Yes, you're encouraged. If not, you don't have to touch if you don't want to. You can decide.
What do you mean? Who's deciding no?
Yeah. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. Just to know that you don't have to actually gives people permission to actually want to be involved. So you're not going to get attacked. That's kind of the old guard, is that you would just go to these shows and you didn't know what was going to happen to you. The guys are they're such sweet guys. To be honest, I know it sounds silly. It's not the easiest thing to give someone a lap dance. There's a weird negotiation. You're like, am I allowed to get on top of you? And then, you have to find the right guy that actually has a good relationship with his mom, that actually, respects women. And we went and found all of them. All of them.
Is that why there's only 15?
Yeah, there's only 15 in the whole world, and we have to spread it out. Yeah.
This is a practical question. A friend of mine who is an underwear model, he said he puts bread.
A friend of ours.
Bread down the front. Bread. So there is.
Why does it have to be food?
Well, he said it smooths it out so there's no unsightly bumps.
Could you stop demonstrating, please, Tom?
Oh, sorry.
This is a children's show.
So he puts bread.
It seems high.
When you in your stripping career, did you put something so there was no unsightly bumps? Did you have anything? Did you stack the jocks?
No, it was just, this is what it was.
Oh, God, I wish I could fill out a pair of jocks.
I'm so fascinated by the bread thing. I need to talk to your homie. Why is that? Maybe that was the...
Don't just experiment. You end up with a yeast infection.
I was wondering if the line of jokes were going to go that way, but it never did. I just want to give you one more shot at it.
It was a real thing. There was never a...
No.
Mate, he's answered your question.
Sorry, I just thought it's really fun. I don't know if you've tried just doing this on national TV.
Lots of times.
It was quite fun.
So, Channing, you obviously love the comedy, you love the dance, but you've obviously done serious roles like Foxcatcher, which I was quite a fan of. Do you have a preference as an actor for that kind of role? Do you want to get away from comedy and do those sort of serious roles?
No, everything. I mean, I think first, lots of people might have a plan for that. They're like, I'm gonna go do my Oscar serious role. I just like mixing it up. I don't like doing the same thing twice. Those Jump Street movies were my first real foray into comedy. Learned a lot on those movies, but I personally think movies in general should have it all.
You just mentioned Jump Street. I love the Jump Street movies so much. Jump Street. I love Jump Street so much. At the end of Jump Street 22, you kind of joked about having endless sequels going on.
Yes.
But I'd love to know, is there going to be a Jump Street sequel?
That is a great question. We had probably one of the best third movies scripts that maybe has ever been written for a series. And for a lot of reasons that I'm not even going to get into, we think we're going to not do that script and just do a fourth one. And so I don't know why. It's our dumb logic, but I'm hoping that it does. And hopefully someone is writing it now to do later on next year.
Well, everyone like me will be so excited to see.
Oh, thanks, man.
Just before we let you go, I know, obviously, this audience has gone absolutely nuts for you tonight. Women all over the world are absolutely nuts for you. If there's a bloke at home watching going, mate, my missus is here. I've got to do a bit of Channing magic. Do you have any advice for them?
Take them to come see the show. I promise you, you will be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. Because not only will you be rad enough to do that, but you get to take her home. You will be
But what if-
rewarded, I
But what if
promise.
after all that she's just no longer interested?
Look, it's never happened. In the history of the show, it's never happened, I promise.
Men across Australia are thanking you big time right now. Channing Tatum's Magic Mike Live kicks off in Melbourne next year. Tickets are on sale now. You can see our website for details. And would you please thank Channing Tatum?